Hello, and welcome to Money Phoenix. I'm not sure how you found this video today, but I honestly believe that this may be one of the most important videos you will ever watch. Before I start, I would like to ask you one question. If you stopped working tomorrow, how long would your money actually last? It's a simple question, but most people don't have a clear answer. Retirement is one of those things we all know is important, but it's easy to put off. Life gets busy, expenses come up, and we assume we'll figure it out later. The challenge is, retirement planning works best when you start early, and if you wait too long, it may be too late. Let me give you a simple way to think about it. If you're 30 today and plan to retire at 60, and you think you will live until 90, you'll work for about 30 years, but your money needs to last another 60 years. That means you should be saving half of your income each month if you start at 30. If you're older than that, you'd have to save even more. Do you think you can save that much? If not, then watch my video till the end, and hopefully it will give you a blueprint on how to get you to your retirement goal. Okay, so now let's get into the details. I'm going to present you with 3 options which you can consider to get you to your retirement goal. Option 1. Put your money in the bank. This is probably the most common option that people think about when saving money, but at the same time, it is the one that requires the most amount of money. If you plan to retire at 60 and want to have enough money until 90, and you put all that money in the bank, that means you are going to need to have 30 years of your expenses saved up. For example, if you need 30,000 baht per month when you retire, you would need to have 10.8 million baht saved up in the bank. If reaching this target is not a problem for you, then you can certainly consider that option. However, if you feel like it's going to be impossible to reach that target, I would like to present you with the next option. Option 2. Investing in income-producing assets. Example, dividend stocks, bonds, rental property, etc. Before I talk about this option, I need to give you a legal disclaimer that investing carries significant risks, and you should study the risks and returns carefully before deciding to invest, because you could lose a lot of money otherwise. With that out of the way, let me tell you about this option. For the sake of simplicity, I will only be focusing on dividend stocks in this video. For those of you who don't know what dividend stocks are, they are basically a share of ownership in a company. Most of the large companies you see daily all have a stock that you can buy. If you buy a stock in that company and they make a profit, they can pay it out to you as dividends. Essentially, it's like they are paying you money just for owning their stock. Now you may be wondering, what's the catch? Why would someone pay me money for doing nothing? The catch is that they only pay you if they are making a profit. If they don't make a profit, you don't get paid. If they go bankrupt, you are not liable, but you may lose all the money you invested. That's where the risk factor comes into play. However, if you truly understand the company and choose a good company, you could potentially earn a sizable return in the long term. Assuming you can find a good company that pays a dividend of around 5% per year, you'd need to have about 7.2 million baht saved up in order to have a monthly income of 30,000 baht per month. As you can see, the amount of money you need to have with this option is much less than putting your money in the bank. If you want to pursue this option, the key here is to take your time to study investing and understand the company you're investing in. Most people don't have the patience and drive to learn, and as a result, end up losing money from it. Another thing you need to consider is that you will be investing for retirement, which is a very long period of time. Do you think you can find a company or companies that will be profitable for the next 60 years? What happens if a major crisis takes place 1 year and you don't get dividends in that year, or for a couple years? What will you do then? Dividend stocks are certainly a viable option if you know what you are doing, but you need to look at yourself in the mirror and ask yourself if you really understand it and have the emotional strength to deal with the up and down movement of the stock market. Or will you panic and sell when you watch the news? For those of you who don't want to deal with the stress and uncertainty of investing, I would like to present you with the third option, pension insurance. For those of you who have not heard of this before, pension insurance is a kind of insurance which pays you a fixed amount of money when you retire. You simply pay the insurance company every year while you are working, and they will pay you when you are retired. If you choose to go with this option, and you want to have a monthly income of 30,000 baht for 30 years, the amount you need to save will vary based on your current age. Assuming you are 40 today, you would need to have about 7 million saved up by the time you are 60, and you will get an average 30,000 per month payout from age 60 to 90. The good thing here is that you don't need to worry about what will happen to the stock market. You can retire in peace, knowing exactly how much money will be coming in each month. It's basically like receiving a salary when you are no longer working. Now, some people may be thinking, an insurance company is also just another company. What happens if the insurance company goes bankrupt? Then who will pay me? That is a valid question. Fortunately, in Thailand, insurance companies are governed by the OIC, and there is a guarantee in place that even if the insurance company goes bankrupt, they will pay you at least 1 million baht. Anything additional to that is subject to the regular bankruptcy process. However, if this is something you are worried about, you can simply choose the strongest insurance company, or just spread your investment across several companies, as each one is guaranteed up to 1 million, so you can effectively diversify yourself out of this risk as well. For those of you that are interested in this option, you can reach out to me directly, and I would be happy to set you up with a pension insurance plan. If you want to go down the investment route, you can also contact me, and I can teach you how to analyze stocks for retirement. I will not be telling you which stocks to buy, but I can certainly teach you the basics so you can analyze stocks for yourself. As someone that has achieved financial independence since I was 32, retirement is something I not only know about, but have already done it. So I believe that I can provide you guidance from my actual experience, not just some theory that hasn't been proven. If you would like to secure your future, I encourage you to reach out to me today so we can put in place a plan that will help you reach your goals. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Sukri, and this is Money Phoenix.